morning. It is a little after 7 and we're doing a 45-minute threshold workout today, which means we'll do 15 minutes easy to warm up and then 15 minutes at my threshold watts, which just means like a fast pace, and then 15 minutes cool down. And so we're trying to raise our base. And so in doing that, you have to kind of sit in that uncomfortable zone for longer and longer periods of time. The more that you do that, the more comfortable you'll be at those higher paces or watts. At least that's the theory. So 45 minutes, 15 minutes easy, 15 minutes threshold, 15-minute cool down. So I wanted to say everything that I wanted to say before we do the 15 minutes threshold because it's gonna be a lot harder to talk then. So something I've been thinking about this morning is the idea of simple but not easy. This workout is an example where the structure of the workout is very simple, but it's not really easy. And I think I've seen that when I've made improvements either in my career or with photography or with working out, a lot of the time doing the things that are simple but not easy help you make improvement over time. So for photography, I did a 100-day challenge on Instagram where I took photos every day for 100 days straight and made Instagram videos about it. And it was not easy doing that every day, but the concept was very simple. And over those 100 days, I got a lot better at photography and also grew my Instagram a little bit. And you can see this with habits too, right? Like making it simple and easy will help you get started with a habit or a new routine. But when you make something that's simple but not easy, that's where you see a lot of progress. So I'm taking that inspiration today for this workout. Very simple structure, but not very easy workout. If I do this consistently over the course of this prep, I'm hoping that it'll help me raise my baseline speed. So in the bike course in 10 weeks or 11 weeks or whatever it is, I'll be faster than I was last year. That's the goal. All right, here we go. Power 210 for 15 minutes. Okay, done with the 15 minutes. Now we have 15-minute cool down. Very simple workout, but not easy. I'm telling you, I think I'd rather do a 2-hour easy bike than a 45-minute threshold bike. I really hope that this is worth it on race day. All right, just finished. I gotta say, it sucks in the moment, but in the cool down and afterwards, you feel really good. Hey, babe. So whenever I'm in a hurry, I usually do a smoothie. I just throw a bunch of stuff in a blender and then blend it and then eat it in the car on the way to work. So that's what we're doing right now. Honestly, I can't really take credit for this simple but not easy thing. I think my high school swim coach said that when he would make our workouts, he'd always say, this one's simple but not easy. I think for whatever reason that stuck with me because I think it'd be a helpful tool to kind of make hard things seem more approachable. Because if at least like the structure of something is simple, then even if it's something hard, maybe it's a little bit easier to grasp you being able to do if the idea of it is simple. So, and like I said, I think when you're starting something new, it's always best to make it simple and easy. But then once you have the habit and you know that you can get yourself to do something, then I think, when you try to make it a little bit harder, a little bit more worth doing, then that can be pretty good and help you make a lot of progress. Okay, I just kind of locked in for work the rest of the day and didn't film anything, so it is now Saturday morning. We just finished our long ride for the week, which marks the final workout of this week of training. We're 10 weeks away from Rockford, so I just wanted to give a recap of everything I did this week and call it a video. I just finished my 2-hour long ride, which ended up being an hour 45. I took a gel at around the hour mark, but I think that was a little bit too late. I felt like I was tanking around an hour 30, so I stopped at an hour 45 because it's 15 minutes more than last week. So that's good. So I consider it a success. I did what my Garmin told me to do, and if we check my training status, it says that I'm unproductive now. Whereas 2 days ago, I was productive. Yesterday, I was in maintenance. Today, I'm unproductive. So I think you should probably take all this stuff with a grain of salt. So next week, I might actually take a little bit of an easier week, because I noticed that helped last time around if every 3 or 4 weeks, I do a little bit of an easier week to kind of let all the progress that I made in the past 3 weeks kind of settle in. And then you kind of restart and ramp up again. And I kind of imagine it like steps, where you do a couple weeks more and harder, and then you take an easy week, and then you go more and more, harder, easy week, more and more, harder, easy week. And those easy weeks help you to kind of absorb all that training so that you can come back later and do more and more, instead of just this like never-ending ladder where eventually it goes like this and you can't keep up. Yeah, so that's the end of our training week, and Rockford is in 10 weeks and 1 day. And just as a quick recap, Monday we had a 5.5 mile threshold run, and we went to the gym and did a push day. And then Tuesday was an hour and 15 of like zone 2 ride on the bike. And then Wednesday was a base 5 mile run. I tried to go to the pool, but it was closed. So then I went and ran instead with the dog, and then did a pull workout at the gym, which was about 36 minutes. Thursday was a threshold ride on the bike for 45 minutes. Friday was an 8 mile long run with my second full body push workout at the gym, which was about 45 minutes. And then today, Saturday, I did my long bike. It was an hour and 45. I did 33 miles. So I would consider that a very solid week of training. And now we're gonna go get ready to go to Raleigh for Easter weekend. Thanks for watching. See you next week.